If you're a driver in Canada and you need a car, then watch this video. So I'm going to share with you a website I found that could potentially get you up to a $30,000 car loan, even if you've got bad credit, even if you've been declined elsewhere, and if you need a vehicle now. So check this out. Click the blue button underneath this video and take the short assessment. Oh, hey, just making a UGC video here for a new YouTube campaign. Look, stick around. I'm going to hop back in the office here on my computer, and I want to share with you the main strategies I use to create fast and effective user-generated content with just this, my smartphone, that often crushes our CPLs and CPAs in our YouTube campaigns. So stick around. Let's check this out right now. Okay, so hang out till the end of this video because I'm going to keep it short, but at the end I'm going to tell you how you can get a couple of my actual user-generated content videos that I've used in real live campaigns, and I'm going to explain how you can do that. There's going to be a link in the description. You can click over there and request those, okay? Right, so as always, like and subscribe if you enjoy my content and you want more information on how to create high-quality creatives, run YouTube ads, and keep the mindset you need to crush it in your agency, whether you're a freelancer or a 50-person team. All right, let's get into it. So here we go. What we're going to talk about today is user-generated content, so like native-style videos. These are the types of things we often see people getting influencers to make, or you might see sort of paid type content like this on Instagram or TikTok. We use these types of videos in YouTube campaigns and TikTok campaigns because they fit right in with what we're used to seeing, right? It doesn't appear as an ad. Now, I have the gift of gab beyond belief. All my friends, my wife, they're all telling me this, and annoys the heck out of most people. So I find this quite easy to do. If you don't find this easy to do, what I'm going to share with you in here, you could possibly get a friend or a sibling or a family member or even someone on Fiverr to make this for you, right? Our main point here, those who want to talk about what are the main key points to include in a user-generated content piece, like a native style ad, to perform well on YouTube. So the first thing that you're going to notice in that pre-roll I had there at the beginning was we need to call out. We need to call out who we're talking to. So in that example, we're looking for any driver in Canada that needs a car right now, right? Maybe their car's broken down. Maybe they don't have one. They'd like to have one. So we're like, hey, if you're a driver in Canada and you need a car, then watch this video, right? If you aren't a driver, if you don't need a car, that doesn't resonate with you, then you skip. You don't watch the video. That's the first thing. We don't want to pay for views if we don't have to. And we also don't want to kind of bait them in to think this is something for them that they don't need, right? The second thing is it does need to seem natural. So you don't want to get all dressed up in like a fancy shirt or whatever and, slick your hair back and make it look like you're the salesperson, right? You want to make it seem like not that you're the client, but you do want them to maybe think that, right? Like, oh, well, this person did this, right? So yeah, it makes sense why they're telling me this information. That's the second thing. Being laid back, being natural is important in any type of user-generated content, right? Now, the other thing is that outside works better than inside almost every time. The light's better. It just is overall better. On a windy day, it's tough. Although if you get a lapel mic, which I would recommend getting, this clips on, you can get these on Amazon for like $20. This is a USB-C one, which would fit for most Android devices. Of course, there's ones for an iPhone, which is what I use now as well. Have both. Then, that just grab one of those. It will help reduce the wind noise, but also will pick up a better audio connection, a better audio sound. And audio is very important in this. If it's muffled, then it's going to be a problem, right? Now, if you are good with talking, the next point is you can probably do this without a script. The way you want to think about how you would position this, and this is how I kind of coach people to do this, is imagine you walked into a coffee shop and there's 100 people in there and you need to find out which one is interested. What would you say to those 100 people to get the people that are interested to turn around and raise their hand, right? So let me rephrase this another way. We've got 100 people in a room. We want to find out who are the potential prospects for our offer. We need to be able to say one thing really fast that would get their attention. Hey, everybody, who in here has their license and you need a car, either because your car broke down or you just don't have one, but you need one, right? Let's see who turns around. Those are the first group of prospects you want to deal with. That's why you do the call out. From there on out, you're basically just, what would you say to them next? Hey, I've got an offer where even if you've got bad credit, if you've got no money down, and even if you've been declined elsewhere for a car, then I can probably help you out. Are you interested? Right? These are things you would actually say to people, right? Maybe not in that same tonality I just used, but that's how we would communicate to somebody if we're trying to attract them into our offer. And that's what we need to say in these user-generated style videos. We're not making it a branded professional green screen video. This is a selfie style video that we're creating here. And the reason we're using selfie styles is it's more believable, right? The more branded ads, people get their guard up, they're like ad. They know they don't want to be hit by this, right? So doing it outside, better lighting, Use the lapel mic. Like I say, tell the story like you would if you were selling it. If you need to use a script, if you need to type it out ahead of time, you can do that. Write it in Google Docs or wherever you want. I'll put a link in the description to an app called Teleprompter. It's a free app you can get on the App Store. I believe it's for both Android and Apple devices. I use it on Apple device, and it basically scrolls the text on your screen so you can read it. You can speed it up, slow it down, whatever you need, and you can hold your phone out here. I use just hold it. I don't use a selfie stick or anything like this. I just hold it out. But some people do use a stick or a tripod to hold it. But the text scrolls across just like a teleprompter would on TV, so you can read it there. So the main point that's going to make the biggest difference in a user-generated style video is going to be the intro, that first 10 seconds, right? So if you're going to try different versions, I wouldn't recommend that you create 10 totally different versions. Try 10 different intros, then try saying the next minute or whatever the video the same as you did before. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but try different intros. So if we're talking about this Canadian driver thing, it might be like, hey, if you're over 20 and you've got a license and bad credit and you need a car, then watch this video, because in the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you how this simple website I found could get you approved for up to $30,000 car loan. So that could be another intro, right? And then maybe, let's see, another intro could be, we could segment it out to moms and dads, right? Or parents, if you're a parent with kids under 10 and you need a car to get your kids to school, soccer, after school care, get to work, and you don't have one, stop relying on the bus and taxis. You could get a car in the next, 3 days or something like that, or 48 hours by taking this simple quiz. Click the blue button underneath this video, right? And then lead into the same thing. So that's that. It isn't rocket science, but there are key pieces. We need to have a strong intro. We need to have a call to action in that first 15 to 20 seconds. You want it to look natural. You want to think about how you would call out to people, a group of people. If they're, in a coffee shop is what I always kind of suggest. How would you get the people's attention or get the people to raise their hand that are interested? And then you need to educate them afterwards a little bit, right? So I avoid trying to use testimonial style videos. I don't want to get myself in trouble. So I don't say like, hey, I took this quiz and I got approved in 4 days and I got a brand new whatever, like Honda Civic, a 2-year-old, and I'm only paying $100 a week or something like that, or whatever. I don't get into that game because I don't want people coming after me for misleading advertising. So that's a caveat there. You letting people lead you to believe that you're a client and actually saying you're a client are definitely two different things, right? But that's really it. Those are the key takeaways. So we use these types of videos constantly in all our markets because it's one of the quickest ways to test a face to camera versus, if you've seen my other video, I'll link it down below in the description, an AI voice, we use Speech-Hello, which is a text-to-speech app, which we use to create slideshow videos. But this is one of our key ways to create videos, especially if we're marketing in North America, because I've got myself, I use my sister sometimes, we hire her as a freelancer, and we've got a couple other people in my circle that we work with to create these videos. But when we get somewhere where we need an accent, obviously it's going to be a little more challenging, right? But these types of videos can crush it. So get out there, try and make a selfie video for one of your campaigns, right? And see how it works for you, right? You'll know really quickly if it works. And it's so much easier once you get comfortable in front of the camera to create like 5 of these all in one go, and it can take less than an hour. And you can literally upload them right from your phone to YouTube. You don't even need to we don't do any really post-production editing. We don't do captions over them. We don't do any like sliding arrows pointing at the CTAs. Don't do any of that, because that takes away from the natural user-generated native style looking ad that we want these to be, right? So 2 things to mention at the end of this. As always, please like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. I've got more content coming up in the hopper about how we create slideshow videos, and one real cool hack that we're going to post in the coming week about a type of user-generated video that is killing it for us on YouTube, right? Also, if you would like to get a couple of examples of user-generated content videos that we have used in the past, then there's a link in the description to hop over and you can request those and you'll get them instantly from me. And they're actual videos we've run in the past that have gotten, hundreds of thousands of views and have produced leads for us. And you'll see just how simple they actually are. And hopefully you can use those to spark your ideas and spark information on how you could create the same type of thing. So thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe. If you've got any questions, post them in the comments below. Get out there and make a video today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and I'm grateful you gave me your time today. Bye for now.